Jamarian Sharp, Miles Kelly, Jordan Hall. For Philly, Hunter Salas, a two-way player. Janai Broom from Auburn. Izan Almanza, Kebe Aluma, and Judah Mintz of Syracuse. So we are ready here at Thomas and Mack. And the officials waiting just a moment to get us started. In the interim, Miles Kelly played for Auburn, played at Georgia Tech before that. You and I were talking about this. This is like an ACC game here with these two squads.
It really is. You talk about Judah Mintz. You've got Matthew Cleveland, of course, Cooper Flagg. There's ACC imprints all over this game. Matt Cross played for 3 different ACC schools.
That's right. That's right. Good point. So here we go. We're going to get the toss between Almanza and Sharp. And Almanza wins, so Philly will begin this one. Judah Mintz, crafty scorer and ball handler. Salas, a two-way player. Lofts it up. Air ball. So Sharp. Cross out there now. Jordan Hall to Cross. Puts it on the deck. Knifes into the paint. Layup no good. Rebound to Broom. Mintz on the step back. Had a little room. Good rebound there by Aluma. And the turnaround hook shot is good.
This is a big lineup for the Sixers. You consider Kebe Aluma at 6'9", playing at the small forward spot. So some size on this Philly team, and Aluma doing the job defensively as well, guarding on the perimeter. Great defensive stand on that possession.
Lewis blows a tire, turnover there. Philly going the other way. Broom, they're telling him to shoot the 3, and you see why right there, a 3-pointer. Says to call me after that.
Well, that was his celebration at Auburn. He and all his teammates did it all season long. If you watch Miles Kelly knock down one, he'll probably use the same celebration.
Oh, he missed on that one, and Broom comes up with the rebound on his former teammate. Turnover there, miscommunication.
And that's just bad spacing right there. Hunter Salas running through the post-up. Almanza has his spot on the block, but didn't know the basketball was coming to him as Hunter Salas was trying to get to that ball side corner.
Jordan Hall with the ball. He can do a little of everything, that's for sure. Kelly on the curl for 3. Kelly gets the 3-pointer to fall, and there it is.
Oh, did he put the celly up?
He did.
Okay, there you go.
But it was a little more sly. You know, it wasn't as pronounced.
Well, I'm sure these two guys have had a little conversation with each other after such a spectacular year at Auburn together.
Left hand for Broom, no good. Rebound, up, and no good for Almanza. 5-3 early here for the Sixers. Hall pulls from 3. Wide of the mark. Rebound batted away, and we have a whistle. Foul there on Almanza. That's his first. You get 10 fouls here at Summer League. So
we've seen some guys try to use all of them.
Yeah, well, Kyle Filipowski the other night came close, and Thon Maker famously got all 10 one time. Thon Maker was definitely one of them. DeMarcus Cousins, too. I did not know that Boogie got fouled out in a
But not surprising.
Yes, that's fair.
Not surprising.
Sharp misses both free throws. And Philly with the ball.
You can't take them home with you.
No, that's true. You might as well use them.
Yeah, you might as well use them, especially if you're a guy that you know is going to be, you're going to be on the roster. Yeah. Boogie knows he is absolutely going to be on the roster when he's drafted by the Sacramento Kings. And so, therefore, you're trying to establish how the game is going to be played for you at the professional level as Sharp comes up with the huge block shot. He was tremendous with that in college.
Corner 3 on the way, no good. Rebound Sharp. Man, he is huge out there. One thing on TV, the next thing is to see him in person. Now he's all of 7'5". Cross on the 3, too strong. Rebound, Broom. Broom with the handles now. They want him to do a lot of different things while he's out here. Good footwork, left hand short.
But Sharp at 7'5" can still affect shots even when he's off balance. Just being that tall and having the wingspan is able to affect that shot by Broom.
Hall drives baseline, kicks it to the corner. Cross now into the paint. Back out to Hall for 3. Hall no good. Rebound Aluma. Luma a little out of control there. He gains possession. Turnaround jumper, short. Not a lot of buckets here to start. Kelly can shoot it, but he certainly can put it on the deck too. All wide open for three. Gets the shooter's bounce for three.
Yeah, Hall's got a couple of good looks. Gets to see one go down. As you mentioned, the shooter's bounce, and always a benefit to see one go down for you early. Normally starts a trend for the remainder of the game.
Ince finds Broom straight away. Another three-pointer for Janai Broom.
And Janai Broom has the ability to do that. Shot the three very well in college. Of course, played in a two-big lineup alongside Dylan Cardwell.
And that one's going the other way as Kelly loses it. Miles Kelly again, Georgia Tech, and then Auburn. Excellent shooter on the catch and shoot, off the dribble. You name it, he can do it.
Yeah, he just walked by. Janai Broom just walks by Miles Kelly and whispers something in his ear. I'm sure it had something to do with, you better tell your guys they better get out there on me on this three-point line. Already 2 for 2 on the game. Janai Broom showing off that shooting touch, letting his teammate from a few months ago know, got to be guarded from 23-9.
Janai Broom, such a connector, I feel like, on the floor.
Different matchup now with Musa Cisse stepping out trying to defend him.
Mark Armstrong checks in and right away hits a three-pointer.
It seems like most of the field goals in this one have been from three. We know both Dallas's field goals are three-point field goals made, and 3 of the 4 from Philly have also come from beyond the arc. So at least the shooting touches here early, 5:39 remaining in this first quarter here.
The moments that last forever go beyond what we see on the court.
You are the Finals MVP.
On the 76ers. I'm Vanessa Richardson, and Summer League is full of a lot of firsts for the young rookies, even if you're a superstar like Cooper Flagg. He said after that second game, he felt a lot more comfortable, a lot more settled in. Said it's all about trusting the work I've put in. And regarding the ball handling, he was really honest. He said he feels like he was solid, but also said it was exhausting. Summer League head coach Josh Brogemer said he handled it well. He said Summer League is a different beast. He only had 3 turnovers. Handling pressure with that physicality is going to be a big part of the NBA, and he handled it well. And get this, guys, Cooper Flagg said, I missed some free throws. My mom probably didn't like that.
No, I can tell you right now, his mom, Kelly, is his, and Kelly actually coached him.
She was a baller.
At Maine United, but she was, of course, a great player at Maine, but she coached him at Maine United through his EYBL career, so she is probably his biggest critic, but also his biggest fan.
No doubt. And about a year ago, this time last year, as Armstrong scores there on the left-hand layup, he was on the USA Select team that went up against the Olympic team, and that's really where a lot of people caught wind of Cooper Flagg. I mean, people knew that he was coming, but then to perform the way he performed then against those guys, I think really caught people's eyes.
Yeah, he really showed tremendous improvement. When you go back to, you know, a little over a year ago when Cooper was playing at the McDonald's All-American game, the Hoop Summit, all the tour that you play in as a high school senior, he's always been a good offensive player. But the way that he grew from that time to where he started his season at Duke last year, he grew by leaps and bounds as an offensive player. What he does defensively, he's been doing that since he was in the 8th grade. But when you look at what he has done on the offensive end of the floor, the second youngest first overall pick in history behind LeBron James. And that was at a time.
Only 8 days difference.
But that was also at a time where there was not
one and done.
The one and dones you could have, but more importantly, there was not a rule where you had to go to college.
Right.
LeBron came straight out of high school.
Right.
So Cooper reclassed up to be able to be in the draft this year and was only able to do so because he has a late December birthday.
Mark Armstrong, another 3. He's got 8 points quickly here. Yeah, with flag, though, Cisse, wild shot there. Ball will stay. With flag, though, again, I talked to people who were there at those USA Select games, and people who didn't necessarily follow his high school career were like, whoa, you got to see this kid play. And it's different when you're talking about the McDonald's All-American game and you're talking about playing against grown men who are going to be playing representing our country.
Absolutely. And Grant Hill, of course, who is managing director of the USA men's national team, is very familiar with Cooper. Grant lives in Orlando. He was around Cooper a lot when he was playing at Montverde. Yeah. But even Grant was saying, hey, CA, he's improved. He's gotten a lot better offensively. And Cooper really showed that. And again, it was truly after he turned 18 years old, December 21st, he had a jump offensively at Duke that was unparalleled. Of course, scored a ACC record 42 points against Notre Dame in a game earlier this year and just never looked back.
Dallas certainly in great position when the lottery balls bounced their way. So we've got some more substitutions here. Marion Sharp gets back in for Cisse. So one starter out there for Dallas. Also today, you won't see, we talked about Cooper and VJ not playing, but no Ryan Nembhard for Dallas. And then for Philly, Justin Edwards won't play today either.
And Justin Edwards, who's really improved shooting the basketball. And you're talking about the #2 player in the country 2 seasons ago.
Yep.
Went undrafted as Judah Mintz knocks down the 3-ball. And that's an area where Philly wants him to be able to take those shots. More importantly, again, they would love to see him make some, but they want him to have that mindset to shoot the basketball freely. Same with Justin Edwards, who knocked down 5 threes yesterday.
Nice layup there by McLaughlin. Armstrong has played well here at Summer League with the ball.
No, Sharp lost a shoe, but was able to put it right back on and get back down the floor. One of 2 things.
Too.
Yeah, but his shoes can't be tied tight enough. I mean, if you can put it back on that quickly, you got to tighten up those laces.
McLaughlin wide of the mark. Put back is no good. Sharp goes up. He gets stripped by St. Thomas. And Judah Mintz decides to pull short there. Thomas with the rebound. Armstrong, wide open 3. Gets that one to fall. And a timeout. Dallas, as Armstrong has 11 points, an 11-point lead. And Sharp getting his shoe kicked off, getting it back on in one felt swoop. Always something fun here at Summer League.
NBA 2K26 Summer League.
continues tomorrow on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. On NBA TV tomorrow, Detroit and Miami at 4 Eastern. Atlanta, Memphis at 6 Eastern. Houston, Portland at 8 Eastern. And then the nightcap, Golden State and Toronto at 10 Eastern. McLaughlin with the shot there. George Sedano, Corey Alexander, and Vanessa Richardson with you at Thomas and Mack. 3 balls been falling for Mark Armstrong and his team. 6 of 12 from the field.
I'm wondering why he's inside the three-point line right now.
Yeah,
4 of 4 from beyond the arc. Don't even step in there, at least until you miss one.
St. Thomas with the midi, no good. Good rebound there by Slauson.
There it is.
Back to the corner, and he gets fouled. Got that one away quickly as he saw the closeout coming.
Yeah, Mark Armstrong off to a great start. Going to get some extended minutes tonight without some of the usual starters in this summer league for the 76ers, and taking advantage of his opportunity. And again, so much of this is about an audition for all 30 teams.
Oh, and beyond.
As well as, you know, teams outside of America, when you consider the fact that many European scouts are here as well. Scouting opportunities and players that can join their rosters in August, September. And early in this game, Mark Armstrong's made himself some money.
No, I don't think there's any question about that. He gets 2 of the 3 free throws.
Yeah, I'm tripping off and missing a free throw, though. I mean, it's so close. How's that happen?
Armstrong, by the way, gold medalist, FIBA under 18 in 2022. He's got as many points as Dallas does right now, Armstrong. All wild pass. Armstrong bats it to McLaughlin. Now Maxwell Lewis on the drive. Gets that one to drop. Maxwell Lewis is interesting. Obviously drafted by the Lakers several years ago. Been on the move since. This Dallas team, you know he can spot up and shoot, and he's athletic, but they want him to handle the ball a little more as we got to travel.
Yeah, especially today, when you consider there's no Cooper Flag, there's no Ryan Nembhard in the lineup. Yeah, that's going to put more onus on Lewis to be a ball handler. Right now, they're also going to task Miles Kelly to do the same. And Miles Kelly didn't handle the basketball a lot at Georgia Tech or at Auburn. But that's one of the things with Summer League. Coaches are often asking their players to get out of their comfort zone and see. I mean, again, you're already uncomfortable trying to develop in a new league, a new environment, but they want to take you even further out of your comfort zone to see what you actually have in your arsenal.
Yeah, well, that makes me think of what Eric Spoelstra said about Khalil Ware a couple days ago, and he had a comment where he said, you got to be uncomfortable or comfortable being uncomfortable in this league.
Well, and that's absolutely the case with the Miami Heat. We already know that. Yeah. And, you know, but we did see Khalil Ware respond
no doubt.
In the correct manner.
Almanza to Funk, wide open for 3. Short rebound. Kelly comes up with it. Now Hall on the move. Lewis, too strong, rebound Funk. Here's the man of the hour, Armstrong, as we're winding down here in the first quarter. 10-second differential, game clock, shot clock. Weaving through the paint to Almanza, gets fouled. So Almanza will go to the free throw line.
Almanza, no stranger to Las Vegas. 2 seasons ago, played his home games, not in this arena, but in Henderson, Nevada for G League Ignite.
Yep.
Playing alongside Modest Buzelis and Ron Holland.
Misses the first.
2 lottery picks in the draft 2 seasons ago. So
Buzelis looked really good here the other day.
He tried to take someone's soul on a dunk on Monday.
There's no doubt about that.
He didn't make it, but man, I tell you what, when they start showing the replays of the misses, that was a spectacular attempt.
Well, and that's the type of stuff you want to see. Slauson with the rebound, but it's going the other way.
Yeah, it's going to be a violation.
Yeah. You want to see those second-year players just dominate.
Make the jump.
Yeah.
You want to see those guys in their second year Summer League make the jump, especially if they had an opportunity to get minutes on their NBA squads throughout the year, which Buzelis was able to do so. As Chicago struggled at times, he was able to get on the floor but you also want to see the level of aggressiveness change. And we saw that with Justin Edwards with the Sixers. Justin started off the year playing primarily in the G League, but by the end of the season with all the injuries, he was a starter at times for the Philadelphia 76ers.
4 seconds to go here, Hall. Step back, way short. It looks like Slauson may have gotten a piece of that. So after one, it's Philly 24-15 over the Mavs. Armstrong, 3 for 3 from downtown. Janai Broom has a couple as well. Sixers are rolling from beyond the arc.
And Gabe, the 76ers have kind of been able to find a rhythm from three. What's the key to defending that?
I mean, I think it's just communicating properly, you know, getting there early on the switches, but also, you know, just protecting the rim. They're good at getting to the rim, so just talking switches.
Individually, what are you hoping to show out at Summer League?
Just that I can compete, you know, I can shoot the ball, and then also just get downhill, you know, do whatever the team needs and just be one of those players that could be a dog, really. So
love it. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, Vanessa, thank you. Gabe McLaughlin played for the Grand Rapids Gold in the G League along with Jalen Williams. That's the Denver Nuggets affiliate. And he wants to play like a dog, as you see Almanza with the push shot there. Who's your old dog team at Summer League right now, Corey?
Okay, I'm going to start out with two guys who are actually in this game but not participating. Probably number 2 on the chart would be VJ Edgecombe.
Okay.
I would put him there. Of course, Cooper Flagg right there in the mix, but I'm going Cooper at 3.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so Edgecombe number 1?
Edgecombe, no. Oh. Number 1, Jamal Shead. When I tell
Houston,
you,
yeah, Toronto Raptors. Yep.
When I tell you, he absolutely gets after it. And I'm going to go for Nick Clifford. Nick Clifford with the Kings has been spectacular, doing it on both ends of the floor, but never taking a play off. I'm not sure who my big man is.
I was just going to say, I need one more guy.
I got to put some thought into the big man.
Right. Come back to it. Maxwell Lewis inside the paint rattles one home. Lewis with 4 points. 9-point ball game. I'm gonna need that big man though by the end of this half.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Armstrong snakes through the paint from the free throw line. Jumper's no good. Hall with the board.
That's why he needs to stay outside the line. He's been perfect out there this far.
Maxwell Lewis pump fake on the drive. Reverse layup is good.
That's tough to defend. Maxwell Lewis comes to a stop as though he's going to shoot the pull-up, but then that extended step allows him to get to the other side of the basket for what seemingly looks like an easy layup. However, there's nothing easy about the play that Maxwell Lewis just made.
Todorovic with the turnover there, stepped out of bounds.
Oh, yeah. Judah Mintz is on that team as well. Now, he's not a big.
I was just going to say, Nate, you got a small team. I mean, you could go small.
I mean,
it's your
again,
team.
Cooper can play 1 through 5.
Yeah.
So, again, I mean, if we had to put him at center, but I'm going to think
That's
of
true.
a big. I'm going to think of a big, but Judah is absolutely on that team.
Small ball, big. There you go. Lewis for 3. Lewis gets that one to fall. And a timeout for TJ DeLeo as he wants to talk things over.
Maxwell Lewis has got the Mavs right back into this, a 7-0 run for the Mavs.
Alexander with you here, Philly up 4, and we're joined by the EVP, head of basketball ops for the NBA, newly minted in the role, 3-time NBA champion James Jones. How are you, sir?
Man, I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Good to have you aboard. So, what went into taking this new role?
A really exciting opportunity. I've had an opportunity to do a lot of things in basketball as a player, working for the PA, being in the front office in Phoenix. I was blessed with that opportunity, and I thought at this stage of my career, this was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up because it allows me to continue to grow in the game of basketball and impact it in a great way, give back to the game that gave me so much.
JJ, you've been in pretty much every area. When you consider the different roles that you've had, even as a player, do you think that gives you a little more, relativity to all the players and all the decisions that you're going to have to make moving forward?
I do. I mean, I say a lot. Like, my whole goal is to make sure that we continue to remove friction from the game that allows our performers to perform. And our coaches, our staffs, our players, the support group, everyone in the NBA, they play a role in making this the best game in the world. And I've been given a lot, and I know what goes into it. So I have a great appreciation for everyone and all of the contributions.
Now, in that role, sometimes you got to be the bad guy a little bit. You got to adjudicate on some things. I know Joe talked about that at times. Have you talked to Joe at all about the role?
Yeah, I did. I mean, and Joe's the best, man. Like, he has the best approach to all of it because he was the ultimate competitor, and he's always done it with the highest integrity.
Yeah.
And he's always tried to not color outside the lines, but he tried to play as hard and compete as hard as he could within clearly defined lines. And so that's my job. My job is to make sure that the players are clear. Like, these are the expectations. These are the things that we do, the boundaries for competing with integrity. And I want them to play with passion. I want them to know we want them to be the best of their best version of themselves, but we have to have some kind of lines that we hold them to.
Well, you played with passion, but you're not that far removed from playing. And when it's all said and done, you're going to actually have to have these conversations with the number of guys that you played against, believe it or not.
Man, the guys I play with are getting few and far between. But
there's that one guy in L.A. that's still going.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. He might go forever. But I mean, but ultimately, the same things remain. These guys are the best basketball players in the world. They're the most competitive players in the world, and they play with passion. And they play with a sense of purpose. And you can never underestimate just how much having someone who sat in that spot, having someone with my experience allows them to know that when we make these decisions about the game, we're doing it with them, with their best interests at heart.
And for those that in the audience that may not know your background, I mean, you've been involved with the Players Association when you were a player. Like, you were the rep, I remember, for many, many years in different spots. Like, this is something I would imagine that you've not only been prepared for from what you've been doing in a front office role and having to deal with players in that capacity, but because of the way you were involved as a player as well.
I mean, you have a great appreciation when you know how hard people work and how hard it is to get here, and better yet, to stay here. And that's always given me that drive to do whatever I can to make whoever I'm working with, whoever I'm playing with, the best version of themselves. And in order to do that, you need to know what you're doing. So that's been my passion, is knowing everything about this game, so that at some point, if someone asks me how they succeed, I have an answer.
Well, I like that. If someone asks you how you succeed, what would be your advice to many of these rookies and first-timers, guys like Janai Broome, Cooper Flagg, B.J. Eshcom, their first attempt, their first summer league, their first chance of being a professional basketball player? What's the first thing that you tell them when you meet these guys?
I tell them show up early, notice, pay attention to who shows up early, but then really understand that you don't know anything about the NBA game. You were the best player at some level. You were probably the best player in high school, the best player in the state, best player in college. Now you're competing against the best players in the world. And the only people that know what that's like are the people in these rooms, your coaches, your teammates. Outside of the building, there is some value to listening, but listen to the people that are actually doing it.
12-0 run here for Dallas after that emphatic dunk there. James Jones with us here, the EVP, head of basketball ops for the NBA. When, you mentioned about how you don't know anything until you know something, basically, with these guys at this age, as Mark Armstrong hits a turnaround jumper there. When did it kind of click for you? I mean, you were, to your point, the best player at American high school. You were one of the best players at the University of Miami. You get to the NBA. When did that click?
I mean, it clicked for me in Indy, my second year in Indy. We had a really good team. Actually, Malice in the Palace I was a part of that. I was on that team that had that unfortunate incident. But when you play with Jermaine O'Neal, Reggie Miller, Ron Artest, Steven Jackson, Jeff Foster, Jamal Tinsley, Jonathan Bender, like all these guys that at that time, 24, 25, 26, and they're the best players in the world. When you're out there competing against them and you get their respect, where they say, hey, you know what, like you're a player, that's when it clicked for me. And I knew that at that point, if I wanted to stay in this league, I had to outwork those guys, but more importantly, I had to gain their respect.
Mark Armstrong continues.
It's like James Jones out there shooting threes.
Just way more athletic.
4 for 4 from downtown.
No, we're not gonna allow you to get away with that one. Your athleticism allowed you to be an elite defender at this level. And when you think about what you have to do on the defensive end, and you mentioned you don't know anything about the NBA until you truly get there. From that standpoint alone, is that the advice you give guys, is how they get on the floor?
100%. Like you talk about scoring in the NBA. These are the best scorers in the world. These guys have been doing it at a very high level. And for the most part, when you step on a team, it's going to require energy. It's going to require effort and a desire to stop someone. Defense wins championships. They say it all the time. Once you get a lead, you need to protect it. The only way to do that is defend. And if you're a rookie, a veteran coach is not throwing you on the court to score a bucket.
EVP, head of basketball ops for the NBA, newly minted in the role, James Jones, 3-time NBA champion. Thank you for stopping by, James.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. tips October 31st. The much-anticipated tournament returns with all 30 teams in group play and 8 advancing to the knockout rounds. And only one will capture the cup. Visit NBA.com/NBA Cup to learn more. George Sedano, Corey Alexander, Vanessa Richardson with you here in Las Vegas. We got ourselves a game, and Maxwell Lewis strikes again from downtown as the Mavs take a lead 33-31.
Maxwell Lewis up to 15 points now. He's got up to a great start here in this first half. Continues to stay effective after a slow start.
He has 15 in the game, 13 in the second quarter, Maxwell Lewis. Good ball movement, wide open for Kelly. Buries that one.
No selling for Kelly, though. As my guy, Ira Bowman, assistant coach at Auburn University, here watching Kelly and Janai Broome go back and forth. His Broome's turn. He's able to knock down a 3-ball.
And now he had Judah Mintz do the selling with it. Can a Syracuse guy do that? Maxwell Lewis, step back, feeling it. Too strong. You mentioned the NBA Cup a second ago. I was there last year when Milwaukee won against OKC. What an event the NBA puts on there. Huge success thus far. Kelly on the pull up there, no good. Rebound Funk. Slauson on the drive, goes up strong. Ball batted around, back to Slauson somehow.
Not great spacing on that 3-on-2, maybe 3-on-1 on that possession, but the offensive rebound gets it back in hand. These two teammates going at it.
Offensive foul, and Broome not happy about it. Kelly just laughing about it.
If there's anyone that Janai Broome would be okay with getting that offensive foul against, it's his former teammate, and that's why he has the smile on his face as he's talking with the official.
He's saying he flopped. That's what he's telling the official. Under 120 to go in the first half. 2-point ball game. Here's Kelly. Mintz guarding him. From the elbow. Kelly, nothing but net. 4-point lead.
Kelly with the, forgive me, Lewis with the steal.
With the Lewis. Cisse with the athletic move and gets fouled. Took a hard fall, but the big man bouncing up. Slauson will pick up that foul.
Nice steal by Lewis. Gets the basketball in the hands of Moussa Cisse, attacking the basket, showing he can play off the bounce a little bit as well. Moussa Cisse, another one of the guys who reclassed up out of high school. Skipped his senior year. Played at 3 different schools.
Was Mr. Memphis, or Mr. Tennessee, excuse me,
yes.
In high school?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then went to Memphis.
Spent time at Memphis, at Ole Miss, at Oklahoma State, and finished at Memphis.
Yeah, came back.
3 different schools, 4 stops.
Moved to the United States from Guinea at 13, spent a year in New York, and then in Tennessee at 14 years old and beyond. Under a minute to go here. Broome. Mintz gets the screen from Broome. Baseline on the Nash dribble. Working his way back up. High off the glass and in for Judah Mintz.
Nice touch by Judah Mintz. More importantly, trying to get Cisse off balance, is able to do so just enough to get it over the outstretched arm of the shot block.
2-point ball game. Kelly and Mintz doing battle again. Now the switch on to Thomas. Kelly on the drive. The push shot is short. Fighting for the rebound. Kelly comes up with it, but he stepped out of bounds. So 20.5 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Sixers can tie or take the lead here heading into the half. 1 foul to give for Dallas. Under 10. Armstrong has been hot.
Can't go under the screen against Armstrong.
Goes up, and a block there by Cisse. Jalen Williams, the heave. Oh, just short. Won't count, though.
It won't count, but Mark Armstrong, who has shot the 3 extremely well, allowed a defender to go underneath. That should have been a pull-up 3 ball for a guy that's hot, George. And when you talk about hot, Armstrong has been just that from beyond the arc, but he has been matched by Maxwell Lewis. Great game here in the first half.
Vanessa Richardson will join us in a second. And you talked about this earlier, Corey. When guys aren't playing, no VJ Edgecombe, no Cooper Flag, other guys got to step up and take advantage of those situations. And Mark Armstrong has certainly done that today.
He absolutely did. Mark Armstrong has 10 field goal attempts in the first half, and he's made 6 of them. 4 of them happen to be from beyond the three-point arc, but got himself going early and often in this game. Started out 4-4, perfect from beyond the arc. And Mark Armstrong putting some money on paper right now, especially showing off his touch from beyond the arc.
Armstrong from Villanova. Again, a gold medalist, under 18, 2022 for FIBA. And he is absolutely earning some cash today, as you mentioned.
And you know what's even better is he's doing it coming off the bench. It's very difficult to be, especially a point guard, a small guard coming in and making threes when you don't start the game. You start out not necessarily involved in it, not in a rhythm, but to be able to come off the bench and make shots as he has, that is a skill in itself.
Very fluid player when you watch him play. No wasted movements. So we get started here in the second half. Maxwell Lewis gets rejected by Aluma. Goes back up again, and Broom cleans it up.
Nice job defensively once again by Kebe Aluma. We highlighted that he was playing the small forward position.
Nice wraparound pass there, and a foul on Sharp.
Aluma was primarily a 4 in college at Virginia Tech, but showing that he has the ability to guard. And that's one of the things his coaching staff talked to us about. They can put him in, play him in different spots because of his versatility, but not just on the offensive end, his defensive as well.
Great feel for the game, Aluma, for sure. So Almanza, the international product, played for G League Ignite, gets the first free throw to fall. And buries them both. So tie ball game.
Here's Nick. Talked with Nick Nurse yesterday pre-game. This is a back-to-back for the Sixers.
Now, the big club, as you see, another three-pointer there. This one from Miles Kelly. The big club for Philly, I mean, they could not have had a worse year from an injury perspective. They had just incredibly awful luck. But, you know, Eastern Conference, that's pretty wide open. I kind of like their chances.
Well, I mean, it's simply going to, you know, with most teams, it's going to blow.
Oh, Hunter Salas goes up, throws it down, and gets the foul.
So pregame, walking through the tunnel, I looked at Hunter Salas, who, of course, spent his last 2 seasons at Wake Forest, and simply said, do something today. He listened.
Two-way player for the Sixers. So you saw Nick Nurse smiling earlier. I'm sure he's smiling about that, too.
Absolutely. Hunter Salas at 6'5", the ability to finish, as you can tell, over the top of the rim, but also has perimeter skill to be able to play both guard positions. Spent a lot of time at the point this year for Steve Forbes at Wake Forest.
Maxwell Lewis with 15 for Dallas. The fadeaway, wide off the mark, but all in the right place at the right time. Hall wide open for 3, late contest, and buries that one. Mavericks with a 3-point lead.
Yeah, Jordan Hall got off to a pretty decent start as well, knocking down the 3-ball, but he's been really the primary ball handler for the Mavericks throughout this game. No Cooper Flagg on the floor. We know they've played Cooper at the point a lot.
Hall will pick up the foul there.
Off of offensive rebound, Hall able to relocate. Miles Kelly finds him.
There's Coop, ice in his veins.
Everybody has a different celebration.
Salas, again, the two-way player for the Sixers. Errant pass, and that'll be over and back. Mintz trying to say that Kelly touched it.
Yeah, I believe the officials are going to talk this one over. Tommy Wu didn't see.
All right, so it will be Philly ball. Aluma will inbound it right in front of us.
Miles Kelly, you can see, does get his hand on the basketball.
Finger.
So.
Yep. So Tommy Wu, JP Prim, Cameron Gerber are officials today. Aluma on the drive, Euro, finishes at the rim. Gets the foul, too.
And great recognition of the shot clock after the loose ball. Keve Aluma, knowing they're down to 8 seconds on the shot clock, the nice pump fake, and then attacking the rim, able to finish through the contact. Opportunity for one more at the stripe to tie this game.
Aluma led Virginia Tech in scoring. Second team All-ACC. Gets that one to fall. So tie ball game at 44. All the screen from Sharp to the corner, but we have a whistle.
Nice read by Hall, though. The left-hand hook pass all the way to the opposite corner. Off a screen and roll action. You can see the ability that he has, why the Mavericks have a comfortable putting the basketball in his hands, allowing him to be a playmaker.
Aluma picks up the foul there. That's his second. Got plenty to go until he gets to 10. Got a lot to give up, man.
Yes, you do.
That's why you've seen so much physical play, honestly, here at Summer League. Hall finds Cisse. Nice pass. Cisse with the flush.
But Hall was just able to look off defenders with his eyes, making them think he was going cross-court once again, and able just to drop the dime to Cisse. Nice hands by Lewis.
Yep.
The deflection knocks it off of Slauson.
Look at this play here. Hall, again, he can
watch
do it
the
all.
eyes. You notice he looks to the opposite corner. That enough was to hold Keve Aluma in place, allowing him to drop it off to Moussa Cisse under the basket. Hall's been impressive with his playmaking.
All Summer League long, by the way. Hall tries to finish there, but he gets the call. And Slauson looking around like, what, who, me?
But what I love about it is Hall understands the difference as to when to be a playmaker and a passer, and also when to look for his own. Oftentimes, guys, when they've made a number of nice passes in a row, look to solely become a passer. And that time, Hall able to get downhill, get to the rim, has rewarded with, will be rewarded with 2 free throws.
But part of that is not only was he a good player at St. Joseph's, but being part of the G League team, the Texas Legends, like just understanding how to play in games like this. He's got a lot of experience.
Well, that's it. And in G League, you get quality reps. And that's the thing, being able to play and make those reads in live action, that's something that you cannot replicate. So, but you can tell that they're doing a tremendous job with the Legends and developing him as a playmaker.
Brandon Williams played with the Legends and got to play with the big club.
Yeah, and played very well at the end of the season after the Kyrie Irving injury.
Armstrong, pocket pass to Almanza. Can't get the ball to fall. So Hall going the other way. Hall throws it up to the corner to somebody.
He was expecting Cisse to go for the lob on that, but he was a step late.
Kelly with a contested 3. Thomas on the save. Now Armstrong on the move. Armstrong attacks the basket, reverse layup, no good. Almanza with the board, short on the putback, and Kelly comes out with it. Hall up top for Cisse.
The Mavs have shared the basketball extremely well as of late. A lot of it having to do with Jordan Hall, but Moussa Cisse running the floor, giving his teammate an outlet. But the last thing you want to do is give up an easy layup after a made bucket.
Cisse again kicks it out to Lewis, a 6-2 run for Dallas. Corner 3 on the way, short. Lawson, they have numbers. Mintz, pump fake, off the window and in.
Jalen Slauson can also be a playmaker. Spent the majority of this season with the Osceola Magic, who lost in the G League Finals this year. But Slauson is a guy that in college as well as in the G League has been a triple-double threat. But the Mavs getting out on the break. Jordan Hall to Moussa Cisse with the finish above the rim as they take a 2-point lead.
The moments that last forever go beyond what we see on the court.
You are the Finals MVP.
These moments start out with the ball, a dream, and a relentless will to win. They're a culmination of every effort put into the game since they first stepped on the court. All of those moments have led to this one. NBA 2K26. Ball over everything.
Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
That's one. Hey! Come here, Drew. Oh! He got to get in the weight room. Come on, Drew. Come on. Boy, look with his hand up, boy. Hand down, man down.
Janai Broom putting on a show on the floor and with his game, with his mouth. And Bruce Pearl, his former coach at Auburn, joining us. He's got 3 players in this game and 6 overall here at Summer League joining us now. Now, Janai, we know he was a great connector on the floor. But I didn't know he had that kind of game talking too, Coach.
Man, he talk trash all the time. And you come to practice, man, all you do is complain about the officiating. Everything, just begging for calls all the time. Miles Kelly took a charge on him earlier today, kind of give him a little flop. I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
You coached one of the best players in college basketball this year in Janai Broome, and it really was a two-man race between Janai and Cooper Flagg for the National Player of the Year. You also took your Auburn team #1 into Cameron Indoor to play against Cooper Flagg. What did you take away when you saw Cooper for the first time?
You know, Corey, I've been watching Cooper since he was like 14 years old, right? He's the hardest worker, the most competitive player. And what people don't realize, he's just like 18 going to be 19.
I know.
Like LeBron and he are the two youngest players to ever get drafted. And so he affects winning. He makes winning plays, an incredible competitor. And but it was great to go up against him in that 1 versus 2 matchup. Now, Janai, about 4 years older, a little bigger, a little stronger. And how about this? So he goes 1. Janai's the second best player in all college basketball, and he's there at 35 for Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia got a really, really good pick in Janai Broome at 35.
Oh, I don't think there's any question about it. And, you know, you mentioned Cooper and LeBron. 8 days separated them, by the way, in regards to how young they were at that time. But let's get back to Janai. He's been shooting the lights out here at Summer League. How do you see him expanding his range?
Well, if he played for a better coach in college, he'd have been able to show his game. I mean, I tied him up and restricted him, and obviously didn't let him play through his personality. No, he's going to be a stretch 5.
Yeah.
And I like the pick with Cleveland because, with Philadelphia, because they've had a lot of injuries.
Yes.
Right? And Janai's physically able to go out there and play, you know, early in his career. So, I think it's a really good fit for him. And people said his game doesn't translate. I actually think it does because he can guard 1 through 5. And he can stretch the defense because he can shoot from the perimeter, and he knows he's a brilliant passer.
And he can also play alongside another big, as you had him really playing more 4 this year with Dylan Cardwell at the 5 spot. And Janai went back and forth. But his versatility, I believe, is something that will make him spectacular at the NBA level.
Well, Corey, you had us a bunch, you know, this year. You had us at Ole Miss, and that was a terrific ball game. Guys that have done it at the highest level and do it with great consistency, I think, obviously, you know, their games translate. I'm going to get back to Cooper Flagg for 1 second on that. He's got a very, very interesting team that he's been playing on in Dallas, in the sense that he's going to eventually be a stretch 4. That's going to be his position. But right now on this Dallas team, they got a bunch of frontline guys, and they may have to have him play him in a little bit of 3. Which I think is actually going to be a challenge for him. Because he's going to be playing against quicker and smaller guys.
Believe it or not, Jason Kidd has already said that they're going to play him at some point guard this year. And he's been doing a lot of that in this summer league, handling the basketball. Only 3 turnovers in 2 games. He's actually done it pretty well, Coach.
Well, and another one of your guys who's playing in this game, Miles Kelly, number 14 for Dallas. You had him certainly last year. And, you know, Dallas, they've got Klay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters of all time. But beyond that, they could use another shooter or 2. So Miles is a guy that they could certainly use at times as well, even as young as he is.
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, those guys are going to be hard to, you know, there'll be starters out there for sure. But I agree with you, both the Lewis kid out here and Miles. I mean, Miles belongs. Miles got an NBA body. He's long. I mean, if he can see it, he can make it. He's a tough kid. And no, I agree. I think that was he signed a 2-way, so he's guaranteed for a little while. And I bet you he gets some call-ups. He's going to make some shots. Here's Janai Broome against Miles Kelly. Let's watch this matchup right there.
Let's do it. Kelly on the sidestep. Short there.
That's a win for Janai. Looked like he got a handle that basketball. And, of course, we know he's a great shot blocker. The leading shot blocker in Division I basketball for their career last year. But Coach, we got so much more to talk about. Can you hang around with us for a little while longer?
Come on.
Well, absolutely. We'll get back to it when we come back from break.
Bruce Pearl continues with us here from Vegas. Our Vanessa Richardson coach has a question for you. Vanessa?
Hi, Coach. How are you?
Hey, Vanessa, I haven't seen you since we was in Houston together.
I know. Well, so you know who I have to ask you about, right? One of your Auburn Tigers who I'm fortunate enough to cover on a daily basis, Jabari Smith Jr., got a well-deserved contract extension. I don't think there's a better person in the NBA for him to learn from than Kevin Durant. What do you think he can pick up from KD?
Well, that's a great question. You know, if I start comparing KD like to Janai Broom, Jabari Smith, Corey's going to give me a really hard time.
This is true.
You cannot make comparisons between today's players and yesterday's. With Corey here, I saw Seth Green during. That was a big mistake.
It was a huge mistake.
It was a big mistake. Listen, Jabari Smith made more threes and shot a better percentage than any player 6'10" or bigger in NCAA tournament history, including Kevin Durant. He's a 3 guy. He's a 3-and-D guy. Well, obviously, that's Kevin and then some. So I agree with you, Vanessa. I think learning from a pro like that, and their games kind of complement each other. Their bodies, I think, their bodies are similar, Corey. Just their bodies. Corey's looking at me with his eyes like right now. He's like, I cannot believe we're having a conversation about Jabari Smith and Kevin Durant.
But you know the rules.
I know the rules. I'm breaking them all right now.
No, you didn't break them. You didn't compare them. You're just talking about their similarity.
Right.
That's good.
There you go.
And that Kevin could help him along, for sure.
I don't think there's any question. And, look, Houston's making real moves.
Yeah.
They're going to be a factor out west. Look at Miles Kelly.
There's your guy.
Miles can see it now. He can make it. I mean, he don't make this club.
And by the way, he's not just a shooter. He can put it on the floor, too.
He can. He's long defensively. And he turns
there it is right there.
Hands right there.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has.
In transition.
That's a foul.
Gets the basket there. Miles Kelly.
VP, let me ask you this. So many coaches have shied away from this new age in college basketball that we have with the portal and NIL. You've embraced it and more than been able to.
Whoa! Mark Armstrong having a day. Punches that one.
But you've embraced it and used it to your benefit. How does that help your players once they get to this level?
Well, Corey, I want my guys, I don't want them working at Subway. I want them owning 3 of them, right? And I think it's a really good thing. We were slow. We were arrogant and we were late to compensate these student athletes, okay? And obviously the pendulum swung way over right now. I do think the one thing that the NIL does, it allows our guys to stay in college a little bit longer until they're ready. We're giving the NBA a way better product right now because there aren't as many young kids that are going. How many kids did not go in the draft? That would have normally gone in the draft. And as a result, we have a better product. And the NBA's got a better.
Well, I'll give you the numbers. The high was in 2021. You had nearly 360 kids enter into the draft. And this past year, it was about 120.
Wow. George, did I just tee you up?
No, I mean, I was ready, Coach. I mean, listen, you've done this broadcast thing before. You know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing on this microphone.
Hey, I'm at Ole Miss, and Corey's on my game. And literally, I mean, I'm in your lap.
Well, yeah, we're right there side by side.
Right side by side.
I'm learning all your plays. I can run a couple of plays, but again, even in that game, and I had an opportunity to have you guys in 2 games in Maui as well. I saw early what the rest of the world was late to see.
Yeah.
You had a group of guys that truly came together, and I love the way that you went. It was D2 guys. It wasn't the low major guys. It wasn't necessarily guys who were 5 stars out of high school. You did this with guys who really weren't heavily recruited coming out.
Hungry, humble, faith, family. That's what our culture is. And the older guys are going to win at every level. I think even one of the things right now with the turnover in the NBA rosters and things like that, it's hard for coaches to develop chemistry and develop culture. Teams that have been together for a while are teams that are going to win. Corey, you saw that in Maui, and then it obviously carried on. I think the other thing, too, is defense and rebounding. They win championships. The teams that'll guard night in and night out are the teams that are going to, survive a long schedule. Here's a good matchup right here.
Here's your guy.
Move the ball, Janai.
He got fouled there.
Oh, foul to give.
Yeah, foul to give.
When you talk about your defense, of course, your defensive coach, you told me after, I believe you went down to the wire with Iowa State, the first ever top 5 matchup in the history of the Maui Invitational. And you said you coached the first half, but somebody else coached the second half, someone dear to your heart.
Stephen Pearl, my soul. Give him something, Janai. Take it. Oh, that's nice. Use your left hand.
They got it.
So Iowa State was one of the best teams we played against all year long. Unbelievable defensively, really physical basketball team. And we were down 18 at halftime. I coached the first half. At halftime, I said, I give it. I'm done. I'm done. Steven, you got it. And we came back and beat them. What was that? Was we been in overtime?
Yes, overtime game.
Coach, we got to run. Always a pleasure.
Let's do it again.
We can't wait to see you again. There he is, the great Bruce Pearl. Fourth quarter.
Joined courtside by Mark Armstrong, who has 22 points so far. What's been working for you tonight?
Just playing hard. You know, the coaches believed in me before the game. A couple guys sat out, so just coming out and just playing hard and playing my game.
This has been a back-and-forth game for sure. What do you need to see from your guys in the fourth quarter to finish it out?
Just the same intensity that we've been playing with, execute down the stretch, and stay together.
Thanks for your time.
I got it. Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thank you, Vanessa. A 9-0 run here for Philly. Going back to the third quarter. But Armstrong, Corey, I mean, 22 points, as Vanessa mentioned, 8 of 13 from the field, 4 of 6 from downtown, and he's packed 2 dunks, too.
Yes, he has, and one of them a highlight going down the middle of the lane. I don't even know if anyone was expecting it. The smallest guy on the floor to go way up top. Nice punt by Judah Vince.
Aluma with the good save. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Mintz surveying. Gets the screen. Oh, open for the side step 3 and nothing but net for Judah Mintz.
You know, one of the things that we haven't talked about, Maxwell Lewis, who had 15 first half points, hasn't scored here in the second half. So give Philly's defense a lot of credit for slowing down the hot hand for the Mavs.
Mintz with 14. Turnover. Mintz shovels it to Aluma. Aluma with the jam.
Great hands by Judah Mintz. Intercepting the kick out and then throwing it ahead, allowing Judah Mintz to stay in stride and pick up the dunk and increase the lead to 8.
Mintz with 14 points, as I mentioned, and 4 assists, and trying to get another steal over there, and it's going the other way. He does, and gets fouled.
Judah Mintz was one of the ACC steal leaders during his 2 years at Syracuse, but this is a reason why he was one of my, when you mentioned the dogs, it was absolutely, I had to make sure I got Judah Mintz on that list. He gets after it defensively, and that's one of the things that coaching staff talked to us about prior to the game.
Now, you still owe me a big man, so give me the 4 again.
All right.
And the 6th man, well, Judah Mintz.
I gave you. I think I gave you 5.
Okay, right.
Right.
Well, we'll call Judah the 6th man because you missed the big man.
All right, Jamal Shedd.
Right.
All right. Of course, VJ Escom, Cooper Flagg, Neek Clifford.
Right. Judah Mintz.
Judah Mintz.
And who's your big man?
I don't have one yet.
What about Broom?
No, I mean, Janai Broom, of course, is a very skilled big.
Right.
I'm not going to call him a dog, but you got to understand the lens I'm looking. Okay. I played against Antonio Davis. I played against Charles Oakley.
Yeah.
Dale Davis.
Right.
I mean, you want to talk about dogs. And again, the game today where the bigger players are really more skilled. you know, from a standpoint of that's their impact on the game. They're more skilled guys than they are brutes and guys who really like to mix it up and be physical. So there aren't as many in the game today. And I'm just saying that so I can stall and try to think of someone.
Lewis with the show and go, goes up, gets fouled. Nope. They're going to say travel. Bina Anochili-Killen checks in for Dallas. Here's Mark Armstrong, leading all scores. Gets into the paint, gets blocked by Anochili-Killen. Still an 8-point game. Hall has been doing it all for Dallas and turns it over here. Doing a little too much on that one.
Well, really found the spot between two of his teammates, and neither of them truly making an effort to get to that basketball. You normally hold your spot so that your teammate knows where to find you. Threw it to that spot right in between the break and the corner.
Armstrong finds Broom on the roll. Broom.
I'm shocked Broom got away with that one. The travel called on a previous possession. Broom never put that one down, got away with a couple steps.
It ain't traveling unless they call it.
This is a fact.
Hall puts it on the deck. Left hand rolls off. Mintz recovers. Armstrong finds Aluma, but Anochili-Killen gets called for the foul. He can't believe it.
I respect the effort, though.
I mean, Aluma was wide open down.
Yeah, Anochili-Killen, not concerned about getting dunked on, is going to continue to contest. Goes up. I believe the foul was really with that left hand on the body because up top, it was clean.
Aluma maybe a little casual, you thought, going up?
I didn't think he probably didn't expect to be contested at the rim.
Summer League action continues tomorrow on NBA TV, ESPN, and the ESPN app. On NBA TV tomorrow, you got Pistons Heat at 4, Hawks and Grizzlies at 6, Rockets and the Blazers at 8, Golden State and Toronto round out the night at 10 Eastern.
VJ in deep thought, thinking about what's next for him. The next time he steps on the court most likely won't be until the regular season or preseason in the NBA.
Largest lead of the game here, 12 points. Yeah, he'll be out there with Paul George, probably, Joel Embiid.
A young fella, nephew, Tyrese Maxey. I'll tell you who else, Quentin Grimes.
Oh, Quentin Grimes
really had finished the season extremely well for the Sixers.
Miles Kelly lighting it up here, 21 points for him, his 5th three. Armstrong to the corner. Aluma open. Aluma buries that one.
And a great play by Armstrong. Baseline drive, baseline drift, delivering a strike to Keve Aluma, was able to knock down the 3-ball.
Aluma with 7 in the 4th. Maxwell turnaround, gets the hoop and the harm.
Smart play by Lewis to get to a spot using his size against a smaller Mark Armstrong and able to finish over the top. With all the shooting that the Mavericks have, no one wants to help. So they allow Lewis to play one-on-one against Armstrong right in the middle of the paint. Lewis able to win that battle. Opportunity for and one at the strike.
Maxwell Lewis with 17, his first free throw attempts of the game. 10-point ball game, trying to cut into that. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Short. And Aluma active on the boards. Here's Janai Broom in the mid-post, swings it across, one more to Armstrong. He fires. Can't get the roll. Ross comes up with it. Lewis pulls the trigger. Wide of the mark. And Anochili-Killen with the offensive rebound. They swing it. Lewis. Left hand. Beautiful move there. 19 for Lewis.
Nice take by Lewis there. Didn't make that extra pass to the corner. Decided to attack the basket. Janai Broome is very confident with the three in this game, not hesitating. It's one of the things that Coach Leo asked, was to make sure that when he was open to shoot the basketball, there's a difference in an open shot at the NBA level in comparison to college.
Kelly, air ball. That's a rare miss for him. And we have a timeout. We've got an 8-point ball game. Sixers taking advantage.
The moments that last forever go beyond what we see on the court.
You are the Finals MVP.
These moments start with the ball, a dream, and a relentless will to win. They're a culmination of every effort put into the game since they first stepped on the court. All of those moments have led to this one. NBA 2K26. Ball over everything.
Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
Is an honor for any young coach, and it's extra special for TJ DeLeo. He actually grew up in Philadelphia. His father, Tony, held several different roles in the 76ers organization. He played at Temple, TJ did. He said, it's been a great experience, said something new happens every day at Summer League that you really have to learn about and adjust to on the fly. Being from Philadelphia, his entire family came out. He had some friends come out to watch. He said even his high school coach came out, and he said he's gotten a ton of texts and is definitely feeling the hometown love, guys.
Thanks, Vanessa. Yeah, that's got to be a blast, man. You get this opportunity, hometown kid, and everyone's supporting you, Corey.
Yeah, and you're coaching pros. Let's not forget that.
Right.
An opportunity to coach a guy like BJ Edgecombe in his professional debut. And also to be able to see a guy like Janai Broome get his NBA career started, and then Justin Edwards, who has truly improved and could be a vital part of the Sixers rotation this season, being able to mentor him as well.
6-0 run here for the Mavs. The 6-point ball game. Mintz finds Salas, trying to turn the corner. Got stuck. They swing it out, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Aluma with the grenade and nails the three-pointer.
And Williams not recognizing as the shot goes down, there's not much Aluma can do at that point other than shoot it. That's one you want to take away his airspace, crowd him, and don't let him get easy.
Lewis finishes on the other end. Aluma, by the way, 15 points, 10 of those in the fourth. So Maxwell Lewis now with 23.
Yeah, and how about Jordan Hall with his 9th dime of the game with the left hand, almost a bowling ball pass.
Corner three there. Short. Here's Hall. Hits the gas. Ball comes off. It'll stay Dallas ball, as the officials were looking around at each other to make sure somebody had the proper angle. So 7-point ball game, a little more than 4 minutes to go. Hall will inbound, but we got a timeout. Dallas is going to take a timeout to talk things over here. So 7-point ball game. Do the Mavs have one more push in them?
NBA 2K26 Summer League is proud.
touched by Jordan Hall, Philadelphia will regain possession on the baseline. Philadelphia will lose their timeout. However, they will have the ability to challenge.
All right, so there you have it. We went to break not knowing that they were challenging because the green light was not on when we went to break. But you see there the ball off of Jordan Hall's knee.
But during break, I also did think of a dog.
Oh, okay.
As a big.
Who?
Adembona.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
It took me a while to think of it, but
he's not playing.
He's not playing in it. That's what threw me off. He's not playing in this game.
Yeah. Janai Broom is, though. And he gets that nifty finish on the baseline. 9-point game. Broom, by the way, with 20 in this one and 11 boards. Hall. Turnaround jumper. Short. Rebound Cross. Cross fighting his way to the corner. Lewis. Short. Cross with the tip, no good. And a Chili killing from the elbow.
And give Matt Cross a lot of credit, too, for one offensive rebound and also the tip to get the basketball back to a Chili killing for that bucket. But Matt Cross continuing to make the effort on the offensive glass.
Mavs still within striking distance, 7-point game. Janai Broom directing traffic. And he decides to take it on his own. Nope, he'll pass it up. Armstrong straight away for three, short. Rebound Kelly. Lewis to the corner to Cross. Cross fires. No good. Rebound Broom.
I like the idea by Lewis, recognizing the effort by Matt Cross on the last possession, getting him an opportunity from three, just unable to get it to go.
Luma lobs it over to Broom in the mid-post. They swing it. One more. Baseline drive by Salas. They kick it. Mintz. Pump fake, step back three, too strong. Put back is good by Aluma. He's got 17-12 here in the second half.
The Sixers did a great job on that possession. Everyone touched it, but more importantly, they put the Mavs in rotation, not allowing them to be able to get a body on Keve Aluma, who gets the easy putback and allows the Sixers to push the lead to 9.
Yeah, come on.
Friday night at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana with the three-point contest and skills challenge at 8 Eastern on ESPN. Saturday night, the All-Star Game is on ABC at 8:30 Eastern, featuring Team Caitlin Clark and Team Nafisa Collier. Clark dealing with a groin injury at the moment.
Left the game late in the win, I believe last night, but the win was secure, left with 39 seconds remaining in the game. I still anticipate her being in the three-point contest and playing in the All-Star game, especially with it being in her new hometown of Indy.
Maxwell Lewis throws one up off the glass, too strong. By the way, Aluma has 12 points in the fourth quarter. I don't want to shortchange him. I said in the second half. He's got 15 in the second, 17 overall. Here's Janai Broom, 2 minutes to go. Got a 9-point ball game. Broom, left hand. Sweeping left hand is good. An 11-point lead, and the Sixers looking to close this thing out. Lewis takes a hit there from Aluma.
You know, we don't have the stars in this game, but we've had a number of guys truly step up and play very well throughout this one on both sides. And guys who really help their chances, whether that's getting an Exhibit 10 offer or maybe a two-way for their respective teams or others.
A long two there for Hall.
Hall, one of those guys, 17 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds.
He fills up the box score, man. He does it. He does it in the G League too. Laughlin, good defense there. Double comes. Broom swings it. Armstrong had a great first half. Broom has had a big second half for them. Broom fights through. No good. Rebound Hall. 1:15 to go. 9-point ball game. Still not over. All underneath. And Anachili Killen gets fouled. Slauson picks up the foul there. They're going to shoot free throws.
Now, where are you on the, and I only ask this because I want Jordan Hall to have a double-double. Where are you on the, when you make a pass as such and the player gets fouled, if they make both free throws?
They should get an assist.
I don't like it.
Really?
No, I don't.
I think they should.
I don't like it.
They missed one anyway.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of it.
Really?
Yeah, but so many people ask that question.
Why not? I'm curious.
My only reason for not liking it is because it would affect so many guys who were the best in the game.
Our guy Dave Freed, our statistician, literally threw his hands up, shrugged his shoulders. Why change the rules now?
Exactly. Well, that's really the biggest concern. I mean, how many more assists does John Stockton have? Magic Johnson have?
It just sounds like you guys are being curmudgeons. That's all.
I mean, yeah, I've been called that before. Dave Freed, absolutely much more so than me.
Yeah, no question about that. A minute to go here. 8-point ball game. Philly trying to close it out. Good defense here.
Nice trap.
Ball's on the ground. Still going.
Oh,
and it lands in Slauson's lap. Timeout, Philly. Maxwell Lewis couldn't grab it.
Yeah, but Maxwell Lewis tried to pick it up instead of going to the floor where Kebe Aluma and Jalen Slauson were able to get down on the floor.
So we're going to break. There'll be 4.7 seconds on the shot clock when we return.
Can't pick it up. You got to get on the floor, George. Especially when you talk about the teams from 3 through 8, who will be able to knock the other team out of contention. But love this part of Summer League because you're able to truly see who's here to win it and who's just here to see their guys get minutes.
And the point differential is the tiebreaker there. So we got 4.7 on the shot clock here. Broom hoists one, misses everything. 45 seconds, still an 8-point ball game. Killen. Good defense by Slauson. Sharp. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lewis. They're going to have to shoot this at some point. They're running out of time. Jalen Williams on the fadeaway. No good. Rebound Broom. And that pretty much will do it. And they'll have a foul to give there. Just under 20 seconds to go. So Slauson will inbound right in front of us. He'll get the ball. Cameron Gerber, the official. Actually, no. Aluma will inbound. Broom. Playing keep away. Double comes. In the wrong place, though. Yep, turns it over. That's not where you want to be.
Well, I believe he was expecting for the Mavs to foul on that possession, but did a great job defensively, but still killed a lot of time. Doesn't give them many opportunities to come back. Nice play by Slauson to block the three.
And here it is to finish. Judah Mintz wanted to do some and one right there, it looked like, with Slauson.
But I like the fact that Slauson recognized no need to run it up at that point, doesn't even try to dunk it, brings it down. But the point differential, if they were in the mix,
right,
it would matter.
Yeah.
But with Philly being 2-2 now, I don't think it's going to matter.